Hello everyone, my name is Kel Sounds, and today I'm going to show you guys how I created these sounds. Sorry about the volume, I am just going to turn this down for a little bit. But yeah, so pretty much what I did was I used Wavetable to create the wavetable inside of Faceplant. Then I recorded that, exported it, and then imported it into another Faceplant. Did some processing inside of Faceplant. And then yeah, I just recorded those samples from that preset, pitched down the samples by like -5 semitones or -12 semitones. And that's how I got those low rumbling sounds. But yeah, we're just going to try and recreate this from scratch. I'm going to go ahead and insert a MIDI and put a Faceplant in here. And then we're just going to go ahead and try and recreate this. So I'm going to set the level to 50. Duplicate that. Make it a square wave. Have that at 50 as well. Bring in a filter. Make it a bandpass. Set the Q to 3. Duplicate this. Bring the cutoff all the way down. Then modulate the cutoff with macro 1. I should probably throw some MIDI in here as well. Set it to, I'm going to set it to G0 actually. Ooh, and let me put a gain on this, lower down the output to like -10 maybe, or even -15. Just because we're going to add some distortion to it. I'm going to put 2 dispersers on it, set the amount all the way up. That already sounds pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this, put a distortion on here, just turn it up all the way honestly, and then set the mix down. That sounds a whole lot better than the first wavetable, but then again, I don't know how it's going to sound after we export it. This isn't going to be our wavetable. Well, we are creating a wavetable, but it's going to be for filter table. So filter table basically just takes the harmonic content of our wavetable and turns it into a filter table, which is pretty neat. So this is like some sort of weird comb filter thing. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And if you turn the resonance up, it just brings out the peaks of our filter more from our wavetable, or from the harmonic content of our wavetable. So it just emphasizes those harmonics even more. Actually, I'm just going to get rid of that snap heap. And then I'm going to modulate our macro 1 here, which is modulating the cutoff of our filters. So I'm going to go ahead and configure this. Macro 1. And then here we go. That's way too long. Okay, let's try this. There we go. Now I'm just going to record this. And then we're going to go ahead and export this wavetable, or this audio file, and insert it into filter table. But before we do that, I'm just going to consolidate it, turn up the volume by quite a bit, and then I'm going to export it. Now I'm going to insert another Faceplant, insert an analog generator, and then grab a snap heap, add a filter table, and then now I'm just going to insert our audio file that we exported from Faceplant, and it's called Wavetable 2. Just going to hit done, close this. I'm going to go ahead and just copy this MIDI from our first Faceplant. Turn up the resonance. Then I'm going to go ahead and add a distortion. Add an LFO. Select the sine wave. Have like a little bit of a slower modulation going on, and modulate the cutoff of our filter table just by a little bit. Just going to go ahead and turn up the distortion a little bit. And then I think I'm just going to modulate the filter table here. I'm just going to go ahead and close out of that. And actually, before I close that, I'm going to go ahead and modulate the macro. Then I'm going to add a dynamics. Actually, I'll add that third. I'm just going to add a filter and turn up the Q by quite a bit. And modulate the cutoff as well. I'm going to go ahead and mess with the harmonic of our analog generator as well. And I'm going to mess with the mix. I don't want it to sound too much like just sine waves. Like, I want there to be a bit of a growly texture as well. Kind of slow down the rate of the LFO inside of here as well. Bring down the cutoff. You know, I think I like it better without modulation on the cutoff inside of our snap heap, so I'm just gonna turn that off. Alright, so we're starting to get there. Now I'm just going to compress the signal. Add another disperser. I just really like the way the effect sounds. Turn the amount up. Add some distortion. Or add some more distortion, I guess. And then, let's see. Bring down the harmonic even more. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a snap heap and do parallel processing with a convolver. I'm just going to use the first impulse response. Lower down the gain a little bit, add a high pass filter inside of here. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add a limiter. And I'm actually going to put a gain inside of here as well. Turn it to -10 since I boosted the distortion by 100%, so it's going to be kind of loud. But I wanted some more harmonics to get a more rich sound. And then that's pretty much it. So now I'm just going to modulate that, or I'm going to modulate macro 1, which is controlling our filter and our snap heap. I'm going to do something like this. Going to come back in here and mess with the distortion even more. So pretty much just turning the drive up and the mix up all the way. Then now I can go ahead and record this. I'm going to retry that actually, but first I'm going to turn up the convolver a little bit more. Bring it back to 0. And then now I am going to pitch this down. I'm going to turn off the warp. Pitch it down to like -7 or something. And yeah, that's pretty much how I got the sound for the sample pack. So it's just using a filter table and then adding some distortion and then a disperser and then making sure the analog generator harmonic is turned down by quite a bit to create a more like growly effect. And then once you record it, then you can go ahead and just turn down the pitch of your sample. A little bit too long, so I'm just going to go ahead and shorten it, record it again, turn off the warp, lower down the pitch, consolidate it, turn up the volume, and there you go. That is our sample. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.